YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba, and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. Up next on the list of player reviews, we're going to go ahead and check out the new Cannon Evolution card for none other than Brennan Johnson. Johnson is an 85 rated card. He has the controlled acceleration type, right footer with 4-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now, we do see a bit of versatility with the card, which is always really nice to see. He can play the right mid, right wing, and striker positions. And if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is pretty well rounded from an attacking perspective. As you guys know, the cost of the evolution is 50,000 coins, so it is going to be very interesting to see whether or not it's worth picking him up. The physical side to his game in terms of pace does look really solid, man. 91 acceleration and 95 sprint speed, probably going to be the standout stat for the card. And because the pace is already so good, you can focus on giving him a chem style to really improve the technical side to his game even more. Now, whether you play him out wide or at the striker position, the 82 shooting is going to be a huge part to his game because obviously we need him to be very clinical. With the evolution, he does end up getting the power shot playstyle, which is a fantastic addition for the card. We all know how OP that is this year. 82 attacking positioning and 85 finishing, not too bad for someone who does play out wide. But like I said, boys, because the pace is already really good, I would probably go ahead and recommend a chem style to really improve the shooting even more. Now, as you guys know, the meta this year in FC 25, a lot of people are running the 4-4-2 formation and a lot of people are running the 4-5-1. And because his 80 passing and 85 dribbling are quite solid, I think that he would probably be best suited as a right mid. Down that right hand side, not only is he going to be able to score a lot of goals, but the chance creation is most definitely going to be there. 84 vision, 87 crossing, 82 short pass. His passing isn't going to be anything too crazy, but I think he can most definitely get the job done, especially when you go ahead and pair that with his 85 dribbling. Now, this one is a very interesting stat because he does have really good agility. 96 agility for the card is incredible, but he does only have 72 balance and 78 reactions. So with the way that the card is set up, the finisher chem style is a really good option to go ahead and give him, just to give him a little bit more balance in shooting. But you can also go ahead and give him the marksman, especially if you are worried about like his physicality, if you do want to improve the reactions as well. I do still expect him to be quite smooth on the ball, but maybe not the most swift of players. So again, that's going to be really interesting to test out. And then last but not least, boys, and a stat that does bring the card down just a little bit, his 73 physical. Now, if you do play him out wide, he does have 96 stamina, which is incredible, easily going to last a full 90. And then he does also have 65 strength and 60 aggression, so not going to be the strongest of players on and off the ball. Now, in terms of playstyles, boys, he does have 4 different playstyles: the power shot, rapid, quick step, and acrobatic. And 3 out of the 4 are really effective, man. The acrobatic, I mean, it's not going to be really effective going forward, but the quick step and rapid with his pace is going to be very difficult to defend against, especially with the LB pace boost. And then in terms of player roles, there is that versatility going forward. You can play him as a right mid, right wing, and striker. And he does have 3 player role pluses and then also a player role plus plus, which is great to see. You can use him as a winger, inside forward, and then also as a false 9. I think it would be really interesting to test him out as a false 9. But yeah, man, with the way that the card is set up, there is potential with him going forward, but it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not he's worth the 50,000 coins. If you guys do enjoy these FC 25 player reviews and you want to see more of them on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is the team we're going to be using in Division Rivals to test out the new Johnson card. We're going to be playing him at the right mid position as that inside forward in the 4-5-1 formation. So without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 of Division Rivals, testing out the new Brennan Johnson card. And I must say, I'm actually really excited to test them out. We are coming up against Guardiola, Joelinton, Bruno Fernandes, De Jong, Gabi Jesus. It's a pretty good team. Now, first things first, boys, you guys know how we like to start off every player review, and that is by testing out the card's dribbling. Now, we did go ahead and give him the finisher chem style just to add a little bit more balance. And as you guys can see, man, when it comes to left stick dribbling, he does keep it very close. And then with the evolution, he does also get 4-star skill moves, which is honestly just going to be so important going forward. But yeah, man, as that inside forward, we need him to be very clinical, and we also need him to create a few chances. So hopefully he can do that. And very early on in the game, we're just going to see if we can apply a little bit of pressure. Turan with a good interception. LB pace boost right there. Yeah, boys, I think that the pace is going to be the standout stat. Seems to be very quick on the ball, which is great to see. Brennan Johnson, ball roll, Trivela, decent shape to it. The ball roll Trivela, man, just so effective this year in FC 25. And with the finisher chem style, he should be very clinical in game. That's a great start to game number 1. A little bit of tiki-taka football right here. It's nice, boys. We're moving the ball really well at the moment. Johnson with really good attacking positioning. Still with it. Nice, keeping it very close. Might just go for a cutback. Test out the passing a little bit. It's not too bad. Johnson. Bit of a loose touch. Ball roll, Trivela, decent shape to it. Again, it's just a little bit further out. Now, as that inside forward, we are going to try to signal him to make as many runs as possible, because if you can time that over the top through ball, it's going to be very difficult to catch up to him. Decent physicality right there. Thuram, good. Sharp turn right there. Oh, I actually thought he was going to get the tackle right there, but he keeps it very close, which is nice to see. Brennan Johnson, cut it across. We'll take a corner. Now, whenever we do have a corner, because the ball roll Trivela does seem to be quite effective, it's always a good opportunity to test that out a little bit more. Brennan Johnson, ball roll Trivela. We create a good angle. The flight of the ball is really good as well off of the post. I kid you not, boys. I did not expect his long shots to be as good as they are currently in game. I mean, that's a great thing to go ahead and use. Now, I do want to maybe try to create a few more chances just to test out his passing a little bit more. Brennan Johnson, the center back might catch up. 4-star skill moves. And again, on his right foot, he's moved his goalkeeper. We tried to go near post right there. Honestly, boys, so far so good. I feel like he's a very tricky player going forward. Ball roll Trivela. Ooh, I don't know what that was, man, but the flight of the ball was not great. Thuram, go for the shot. I mean, it's a lucky goal. Ooh, this guy is applying a little bit more pressure. There we go. Brennan Johnson, we did signal him to make that run. Time the through ball. It's a lovely pass, man. Good attacking positioning again. I'm going to go 4-star weak foot near post. Tidy finish. All right, boys, here we are jumping into game number 2, and so far, so good. Now, in game number 2, we're going to continue using him as that inside forward in the 4-5-1 formation. Mbappe, Morientes, Coman, Kimmich, Bernardo Silva, a pretty decent team. Now, if I had to compare him with like a specific type of player, he kind of gives me like Leroy Sané type of vibes. Very quick, very good on the ball, does have a bit of a bigger build in game as well. And for 50,000 coins, although it is a tad bit expensive, I mean, there is that potential going forward with more evolutions throughout the year. Thuram, over the top into Brennan Johnson. We do have a little bit of space up against Camavinga. 4-star skill moves, that's nice. The over the top through ball is pretty decent as well, boys. Trivela, great finish. Although his passing isn't anything too crazy, down that right-hand side, the chance creation has actually been really good. That little over the top through ball right into Thuram's stride was just so clean. Ball roll, keeping it close. Ball roll, Trivela. Decent shape to it. Just a little bit too much power, boys. That's most definitely my bad. But I love the fact that his long shots are actually quite decent in game. It just adds a lot more variety going forward. You do have a little bit of space right here with Joao Felix. I'm actually going to go ahead and play it to him. And maybe just switch it to the right-hand side. That's a great ball, boys. Can we get to it? The bounce might mess us up. We do keep it in. That's incredible, man. Really good positioning. Now, because this guy is using a false back, we do have a little bit more space with him. That's a lovely touch, man. The pace has been so good. Go for a cutback. I try to play that into Thuram, so the pass could have been a little bit better. Ooh, we are getting double teamed right here. Sharp turn. 4-star skill moves. Beautiful. Brennan Johnson. Ball roll. Keeping it very close. Maybe did a little bit too much. Yeah, man, we did a little bit too much right there. Now, I know that it's a little bit ratty, boys, but we're just going to try to outrun him again. That's a really nice touch around the slide tackle. Because his pace is so good, and he does have both the rapid and the quick step playstyle, I just feel like he's a handful going forward. Johnson. I'm going to try to go in between the fullback and the center back. Nice pace boost again. Beautiful touch around Carragher. The goalkeeper was quick off of his lineman, but again, the pace is so difficult to defend against. We need a little bit of support right here. There we go. Down the line. It's a great ball. I'm actually going to test out his crossing again. We do have Thuram in the middle. Whip it into the middle. It's a decent ball, man. We do get on the end of it. His crossing has been pretty good so far. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We're knocking on the door for that second goal. Thuram. Nice little swerve pass. I might go ball roll Trivela again just to switch it up. We haven't done it in a long time. Ball roll. Trivela. Good shape to it. Just needed a little bit more power. Johnson, we need to win this header. Nice. 6'1", man. The aerial ability is not too bad. And he does get a bit of jam from time to time. We'll take that. Thuram. Ooh, that swerve pass is so good. I'm going to go power shot. He's pulled out his goalkeeper. The power shot playstyle, a great addition for the card. It's a decent attempt. We're going to go ahead and play it short and just try to get him in a good area, because his attacking positioning has been quite consistent. Nice. Good ball. Brennan Johnson. Great attacking positioning. It's a great finish, man. Picks up really good pockets of space. Johnson. We do have him making that run again. Thuram over top. I think we timed that perfectly. Power shot on the volley. He's pulled out his goalkeeper. It's off of the post, man. That's definitely my aim. If my aim was a little bit better in that situation, we find the back of the net. Oh, what a tackle by Dalot, man. This Dalot evolution card is so good. Johnson. I'm going to take a touch. Power shot on the volley. Decent shape to it. Oh, he's pulled out his goalkeeper, man. I thought it was actually going to go over the goalkeeper with like the dip, but it's a good save. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new Cannon Evolution Brennan Johnson card in a few games of Division Rivals, and I will say a pretty decent player in game. Now, as you guys know, in order to complete the evolution, it is 50,000 coins, which is a tad bit expensive. And with the way that the card is set up, I think from an attacking perspective, he can do everything pretty well in game. The physical side to his game in terms of sprint speed and acceleration is really nice, but the strength and aggression do let the card down just just a little bit. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we did go ahead and give him the finisher chem style. And with the finisher chem style, a lot better shooting and then also better dribbling as well. Because his pace is already really good in-game with the rapid and the quick step playstyle, you can focus on giving him a chem style that's really going to improve the technical side to his game. And I feel like the finisher chem style works really well, man. The extra shooting goes a long way, for the most part a very clinical player in-game. 90 attacking positioning and 97 finishing with the 4-star weak foot and the power shot playstyle this early on in FC25 is incredible. The passing for the most part was quite accurate in-game. As that inside forward, I think that you can also create a lot of chances with him. And then for someone that does have a bit of a bigger build in-game, 6'1", 99 agility and 76 bounce, for the most part he was smooth on the ball. I think that the left stick dribbling was still really good in-game. The lower reactions and composure maybe affect the card a little bit, but for the most part in those more tight areas, I think that you can still most definitely get the job done with him. And then last but not least, boys, the 73 physical. Now, if you are a little bit worried about his strength and aggression, you can always give him the marksman chem style. He wasn't the strongest of players on and off the ball, but he is a very jammy player. He does get a lot of things to go his way. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card an 8.5 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him as that inside forward in the 4-5-1 formation. As you guys know, there is a bit of versatility with the card as well. You can use him as a false 9 if you do want to run him at the striker position. If you do run a formation with wingers, he does have the inside forward player role plus, and he can most definitely thrive in that position. And that's the player role where I think that he is best suited, man. You get the goal scoring ability, but he can also create the chances. Now, with the evolution being 50,000 coins, boys, I want to go ahead and show you guys some players that you can go ahead and pick up off of the market for roughly a similar price. Now, there is a lot of really good right mid, right wings currently in FC25. You have Lionel Messi, only 20,000 coins on the market. Bukayo Saka, another phenomenal player that you can pick up 30,000 coins on the market. Lauren James, only 10,000 coins, a really OP player this year. There's also Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. There's also Leroy Sané. So as you guys can see, for a very similar price, you can pick up a lot of different right mid, right wings. So for me personally, boys, there is most definitely better options that you can go ahead and pick up off of the market that can do a better job in game. But with Brennan Johnson, the evolution being 50,000 coins, you do have a player that you can maybe evolve throughout FC25. As you guys know, EA are going to release a lot of different evolutions, and if you end up being able to chain a few evos with this one, I think that he could be a phenomenal player in game. So the evolution for me personally, boys, is a bit of a risk because it is 50,000 coins. Although you are getting a very solid player for the start of this year, I do think that there are better options on the market. So in all honesty, it's just going to come down to whether or not you want to have a bit more fun, and if you do want to take the risk with this evo. If you do have the coins and you can get him on full chemistry and you don't mind taking a risk, I think that Brennan Johnson is a pretty solid player in game and I would recommend him. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review. And then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.